Let's make sure that this is working. Yep. Oh. Hello, and welcome in to this Das League Div 6 triple header. We're starting off with Wilson versus Kingsman. Should be an interesting matchup. Let me just do this. Whoops, there we go. All right. It should be an interesting matchup, but we shall see how it goes. Let's get a seed in the chat. Could you take Potato versus Wilson after this triple header? Maybe. Depends on how long this triple header actually ends up taking. Right now, yes, but we'll see. If there are any delays, maybe not. Your seed for today is 87D9AB. Let me just get profiles for both of these players. Let's do that over here, actually. I feel like that would be easier. Profile at Kings. Okay, fantastic. That's a good question. Let's find out together. Rules. Rule set. Uh, 15 or 18. If a player has a personal best under 500k, they can opt for a level 12 start. If you do not agree on a level select, it goes to a coin flip for who decides first. So what level are we going for? So you refuse any 18, so coin flip, okay. So it'd be very good if I had a coin to hand. Maybe? Nope, okay. Let's flip a coin over here. Somebody call heads. All right. Heads it is. So Wilson gets Level select. Alright, we're going for 15. Both players are ready. Let's get them counted down for game number 1 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Both players getting started. Nearly identical stacking until that long bar. Both players keeping it clean. Both have got a Tetris on the board, but it's looking a little dicey for Wilson. At the moment, the pieces have not been playing out in his favor, but we are still staying neck and neck. Let's learn a little bit about our players. On the left, we've got Wilson, a Scottish hyper tapper, although is obviously playing DAS here, with a personal best of 580,000 points. Wilson in a little bit of trouble here. Just a couple of unfortunate pieces and a couple of unfortunate placements have caused this board to go in a little bit of a state of disarray. So it's going to be digging for a while, which gives Kingsman the opening to start to build back some of that lead. Or actually extend his lead. We've got Wilson with 47,000 and King with 98,000 points. And Kingsman on the right, or indeed on the top, depending on where you're watching this, has a personal best of 999,999 max out, is a DAS player from the United States. Wilson's board continues to be in a state of disarray. Got a lot of digging to do here. Can he get out of this? That S piece is going to help a lot. There's kind of putting weight on the hole there in what is that, row 6? That S piece is going to get it open. A long bar would be greatly appreciated right now for Wilson. Could build up for the dirty Tetris, and in fact does. Gets the, I think that was a Tetris, or it might have been a triple. I'm going to say it was a Tetris. Wilson now with 84,000 points, make that 85,000 points. Kingsman with 181,000 points, so a 100,000 point lead for Kings right now. Is in a dig of his own. Wilson gets mostly clean, is playing Dusty now. Has a significant score deficit to make up. But it's not out of the question, especially since King is getting a little bit stuck in this dig. 1 or 2 burns, depending on if he wants to play Dusty. King's going to burn this all the way to the bottom. He's got the point lead, he knows it. He can plain sail from here. I've just been told that I need to lower my music, so let's go ahead and do that. Oh, while I was looking away, Wilson, his board just suddenly spiraled out of control. A little bit high. He's getting good pieces to downstack this, but I'm not sure if that was the placement of the S that he was going for there. TikTok viewers, how is the audio? Oh, Wilson! A couple of unfortunate misdrops, and is going to top out with 109,000 points, giving game number 1 to Kingsman. I think we're good. Not a word in Wordle, I tried. Fair enough. Alrighty. Kingsman opting for level 18. Definitely going to put a bit of pressure on Wilson here. As he... Whenever both players are ready, we can get started for game number 2. You're not winning anyway? You never know. Man's too good for Div 6. Don't I know it? King, you ready? Yep, fantastic. Let's get going for game number 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Both players getting started. Immediate deviation for the placement of these pieces. King going for the Akibar, playing kind of aggressive here. Gets rewarded. But does have that lip on the right to worry about. Is getting good pieces too sorted out, but the misstrip of the T piece. Oh, it's never what you want to see. But gets it clean, gets it down. Unfortunately has to miss a Tetris as he digs through this. Wilson, a little bit of trouble. Spire forming in the center. So is also going to be spending a little bit of time digging. Does have the lead, 34,000 for Wilson to King's 32,000. But King is now clean and Tetris ready. There's the long bar. Boom, Tetris for King, evening out the scores neck and neck. Well, a little bit of a... I think that was a misstrip of the long bar for Wilson. It's definitely going to make that left side a little tricky, and probably going into cleanup mode here. Misdrops, can't get that long bar, piece all the way over to the left, and it's going to be a spiral of top misdrops for Wilson as he tops out with 88,000 points, and I lose the ability to speak. King, you are good with 112,000 points. But I think he's going to go for that final Tetris. Gets it. All right, Wilson, it is your level selection. Let's see. A9, A9. $15? Okay. Both players ready. Let's get it counted down for game number 3 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. This is match point for Kingsman. Wanting to take another sweep off of a poor, undeserving Div 6 player who did nothing wrong. Both players getting started. Looks like they're both getting droughted. Wilson finally getting that long bar for a Tetris. Kingsman also getting that Tetris. Keeping the stack clean while Wilson has a little bit of burning to do. There is no room for another Tetris on Wilson's board, so he's going to have to take a triple to burn the stack down. Could... Nope. Kind of has to burn this away. Unless he wants to play 2 from the bottom. Or is it just 1 from the bottom? I think that's it. Yeah, that's the Tetris. So staying neck and neck, but board state in a considerably worse state than King's board. There's another Tetris for King, extending that lead. 55,000 points to Wilson, 80,000 points to King, who... I don't know what he's yelling right now, but he's yelling something. Wilson is clean. Gets that left wall Tetris. Trying to chip away at King's score, but King isn't blinking. There's a Tetris for Wilson. 114 to Wilson. 143 to King. Wilson is not going down without a fight. It's a Tetris for Wilson. Keeping that deficit at around, I want to say, 2 or 3 Tetrises in King's favor. Just in case King slips up and Wilson's able to take that lead back, but it really doesn't seem that that's going to happen. But, you know, it's Das League. Anything can happen. There's a Tetris for King. Kind of fearless building that high. I mean, it is 15 and you can get away with it, but you do still have to respect it. But King's not getting punished today, is continuing to get down Tetrises. 198 for Wilson, 243 to Kingsman. Wilson, unfortunately, wasn't able to utilize that long bar for the Tetris as he closed his well. Now in a little bit of trouble, needs to get something right. Can't get a long bar over, and it's going to top out with 200,000 points, giving King the third and final game, winning the set. Let me put this down. Alright, who's next? Wilson, 3-0. No Das player, so expected to lose here? Yeah. Das is hard. Do we think Gert's around? Oh, Gert is there. Gert is already here. Alright, bye-bye, Kingsman. See you in a little bit. And let's also do this. Gut. Gert. And finally do a little bit of this. Alright. Let's get a new seed generated. Good morning, Jetris. Jetris. How's it going? How's it going, everyone? How are we all doing? Let's reset the scores. Gert hasn't won this yet. Alright, your seed for this set of matches is 10D2 D4. Is Gert changed? Oh, okay. Jetris is Gert. Got it. Is it pronounced Gertris? Okay. What level are we going for? Gertrude was taken. It was? It's crazy. You know, 7-page Wilson was taken by you. Is that your alt? Was the old name but lost the account. Ah, okay, yeah. God is accepting 15. Both players are on the correct seed. Both players ready up. We can get started for game number 1. A reminder of who these people are. Bollocks. Gert. So, on the left, or on the bottom, we've got Wilson. A Scottish hypertapper from the United Kingdom. Has a personal best of 580,000. And on the right, or on the top, is Gert, a DAS player from Canada, with a personal best of 819,000. Both players ready. Let's get it counted down in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Ignore the very obvious voice crack there. We just ignore it, we don't talk about it, it's fine. It happened, it's fine. Both players getting started. Wilson getting, I think, a single pushdown point there. Or maybe multiple, who knows. But it avoids the possibility of tying unless Gert also pushes down the exact same amount of points. Just to troll me. I think Wilson might be slightly disappointed at the P sequence. Just slightly. Doesn't get the long bar left, which is surprising. Oh wait, Gert's going for left or Tetris. Okay. Sorry, Wilson's going for left or Tetris. Gert is playing normally. And is in the lead with 50,000 points to Wilson's 38,000 points. It's just so unnatural seeing left hold Tetris. Very, very unnatural. Some interesting placements for Wilson, but he's been spared by the fact that Gert is currently in a little bit of a dig. Set up for a dirty triple. Takes a couple of burns. Could still use that long bar, but instead opts to burn it a little bit more and can get open with one more burn if the pieces shake out, which they do, but it does require another burn. I don't know what's happening with Wilson's stack right now, but it does not look good. Definitely a little bit of burning needed for Wilson, and Gert is now clean, getting set up for Tetrises, so that burning needs to kind of be done quickly so that Gert doesn't run away with the lead. Gets a Tetris, does Gert. 98,000 to Gert, 56,000 to Wilson, who misses the shift on the long bar, extending this dig. Wilson's stack is like looking in the mirror. Don't know what that means! Wilson tops out 57,000 points, giving Gert game number 1. Wilson's gonna go for a little walk. I imagine Gertrude was taken by a Tetris playing grandmother named Gertrude. Yeah. Benchuk Duel! Hello, welcome in. It's been a while. But then again, it's been a while until I've streamed. But we're back. Now that the heat wave is over and I've stopped living in an air fryer. I'm Gert polite, not rude. Oh dear, oh dear. Let's just see what this is about. Okay. Alright. 2-1-D2. Okay, both players on the correct seed. Both players ready. Neither the piss throughout that match. It probably didn't help. Probably didn't help. Both players ready. Let's get them counted down in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Too much monster. You gotta cut back, man. Missing a slight problem over here, so I'm just gonna try and fix that. Yeah, that'll do. Both players getting started, both with a Tetris on the board and clean stacks throughout. Neck and neck. Tetris Gert. Wilson not able to utilize that long bar, so is going to fall behind by a Tetris. Gert gets another one. So with that Tetris from Wilson, Gert is leading by 1 Tetris. Rogue Potato was taken, I assume, by another Rogue Potato. I mean, there is a lot of you. You know, there is a carb tell. Wilson getting stuck in a dig again. It's getting pieces all the way left. That's actually quite impressive DAS control from previous Hypertapper. Now, I do need y'all to understand that DAS is not easy. It takes most players quite a bit of practice to get it down, and so when you see these Hypertappers and these rollers and these hybrid players that words that haven't really played Das before. This is what we would expect to see, but we would also expect to see them get better as time goes on. Oh, Gert is in a little bit of trouble, getting a little bit high up. And that's what I love so much about Das League, is it's forcing these players who otherwise wouldn't touch the playstyle into really giving it a good shake and really giving it a good learn, which can teach you a lot. It can teach you good stacking practices as well, because you can't save yourself by simply tapping the piece fast enough. Which is a transferable skill. Hypertappers and rollers who also learn Das tend to be better at stacking and get higher points because of it. Wilson's still stuck in the Stig. Gert is done away from getting clean. That will do it. And is leading by a fair amount. We've got Gert with 152 and Wilson with 74,000 points. So Wilson's got a little bit of catching up to do here. And by a little bit, I mean a 100,000 point deficit here. Good adjustment there. Keeping the board nice and accommodating. The carb tail is rather inclusive, many non-potatoes. You have to be a carb though, right? Can't just be any old potato or any old person. You gotta be carby in some way. Rogue potatoes or rogue potatoes would be sick. Full agree. Welcome in, by the way, Dr. Jules. 13. Wilson's still stuck in the Stig, and Gert's lead is expanding as we speak. Gert currently with 240,000 points to Wilson's 88,000 points. Could see if loaded baked potato is available. That's incredible. Incredible. I love it. Getting a little bit high. We are approaching transition, so both players need to consider that we're going to be hitting 18 speeds pretty soon. Though Wilson's board definitely spiraling a little bit. That long bar is going to be very helpful. Needs to continue getting pieces over to the extreme left and right, and it's doing it. Needs some really good pieces, though, to get out of this. And unfortunately, just isn't getting them. And is going to top out with 102,000 points, giving game number 2 to Gert. Pasta allowed? I feel like it should be, you know? I think as long as you're starchy, you get to hang with the carb tail. Salty not required. That's quite... Yeah, that's nice and inclusive. We like that. Pasta is VIP. I have to agree there. Rogue-like potato. Oh, these are great. Just check. Yep, okay. Both players ready. Both players on the correct seed. Let's get it going for game number 3 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. This is match point for Gert, wanting to take this to get the clean sweep. Wilson really not wanting to get swept 2 times today. So really wanting to win this game, stay in with a chance. And of course with Das, literally anything could happen, but right now, Spire forming in the middle of Wilson's stack. It's going to force him to dig for a little bit. Gert, on the other hand, has been keeping it clean. It's been getting a Tetris. I assume Daft Potato was taken. It's too good not to be taken, you know? It's one of those, like, if it wasn't, I would take it and try and sell it, you know? The potato strikes back. Luke, I am your potato. Oh, good. Goody. Alright, Wilson is back clean. Could be setting up for a column 2 Tetris, but unfortunately the pieces are just not really panning out for that. It's going to be back burning. Gert was in a little bit of a dig for a little bit, which definitely slowed his pace, but not enough that Wilson had any chance of catching up. Currently we've got Wilson with 21,000 points and Gert with 68,000 points. You say potato, I say potato. Yeah. Alright, the thing about that is, I've never met anyone who says potato. That's not a thing, is it? Like, tomato, that's right, but... I love that there is Tetris going on, and in the chat it's like, potato. This is what a lot of Tetris livestream chats are like. Alright, Wilson is set up for a left wall Tetris, just waiting on that long bar. Where is the long bar? There it is! Tetris for Wilson! And if I'm not mistaken, I think that might be the first? Second, okay. Second Tetris of the match. And there's the third for Wilson. 90,000 points for Wilson right now. 151,000 to Gert. Got a thumbs up from Wilson. There's the fourth Tetris for Wilson. I'm gonna stop counting in a minute. Fifth. Yep. And those 5 Tetrises have chipped away at Gert's lead a little bit. We've got Gert with 193,000 points and Wilson with 132,000 points. Six? What are you gonna do when you reach above 10? If you reach above 10. I'm sorry, that was mean. Alright, we're approaching the transition to level 16, where the speed increases. And the piece mobility gets significantly worse. Let's see. Wilson's board sticking with that left well, and it seems to be working out for him. Gonna use his feet when he reaches above 10. No feet. Not on my stream. Well, a little bit of trouble here for Wilson. Stack's getting a little bit high and the burn options are just not there. And I don't think he can get anything over to the left, and it's going to top out with 197,000 points, giving Gert game number 3 and the set with 304,000 points. Congratulations, Gert. Commiserations to Wilson. Stick around because we've got one Well, actually, we've got another game after this next one, but we've got Gert versus Kingsman coming up right now. I think so. I've like Rogue Potato wanted the match done. Can't be us playing anymore, too sweaty. Totally, yeah. It is warm. Okay. Got Def Wilson 3-0. Let's get Kingsman up. Is he still here? Oh, he's still here! Crazy work. Let's get Kings back in. Still warm in the UK. It's not like it's not heatwave warm anymore, but it is warm. Wilson flipped you all off. Wilson, it's not okay. Something's a little bit fucky with Kingsman's stream right now. I think this is a me issue, actually. Let me just hope that things get better. There we go. Let's reset the scores. Change the title. Alright. So we have now got Kingsman on the left, or on the bottom, versus Gert on the right or on the top. Depending on where you are watching this. Kingsman, of course, has a personal best of 999,999, or a max out. Gert has a personal best of, and is from the United States, sorry, and is also a DAS player. Gert is a Canadian DAS player with a personal best of 819,000 points. Let's get a seed generated. If I can type. There we go. Alright, fellas, your seed for today is E45E38. Will Kingsman victimize another innocent Div 6er? Or will Gert finally be the one to take down the king? What's happening? Oh, we're talking football. Ugh. Kingsman offering 18. Alright. Gert accepts. Let's just check. Both players on the correct seed. When both players ready up, we can get started with game number 1 of this set. Both players ready, so let's get it started in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Alright, both players getting started. So far, Kingsman has not failed to sweep in any of the games that he's played today. He swept me, and he swept Wilson. But to be fair, me and Wilson are kind of low-hanging fruit for Kingsman, you know? We're warm-ups. Gert should prove to be a little bit more of a challenge for Kingsman. Tetris, love it. Yeah. I accidentally stole it from Mathwiz, who is another prominent Tetris restreamer. I didn't realize that I was doing it until somebody pointed it out, and I don't know, I can't stop. It's a good delay for whenever the bot decides to actually say Tetris. All right, both players getting started. A little bit of early trouble for Gert with a dig. Kingsman not having that same trouble is a couple of Tetrises ahead, is going to pull even further ahead with that Tetris. Gert's getting clean. One more burn will do it. There it is. And gets the Tetris. 119 for Kingsman, 67,000 points for Gert. Haha, 6-7. New stim unlocked. I've got many. Alright. Let's see. Gert is now clean. It's going to try and keep pace with Kingsman here, who has not slowed down even a little bit. God, no, don't do the 6-7, Alice. I hate you, unfriended. See, okay, here's the thing. If I don't do the 6-7, other people are going to do it, and then I get upset. So if I do it, I'm reclaiming it, and I don't get mad. Because what you gotta know is the Tetris community is quite young. This matchup doesn't really show that. But, you know. It's fine. We're all lunk. Let them do it. Don't stoop to their level. It's too late. It's too late, Ventric. I'm already there. Both players are making their way through level 18 here. They've hit the halfway point. Kingsman holding onto a lead at 297 to Gert's 201. So, pretty big deficit for Gert to try and make up. King has just not slowed down, unfriended. You can't do this to me, no! I'll do anything. Let's see. A little bit of a misdrop there for Gert. It's definitely going to slow down the pace a little bit, which is not what you want when you're fighting against Kingsman, who just does not seem to slow down. Ever. Currently 347 to Gert's 274. Oh, but a misdrop of the T-piece. It's going to have to take a little bit of time to burn this out, which does give Gert the opportunity to at least make up some of this deficit. Let's see, we're approaching the Joey Parker turn, or we're past the Joey Parker turn. Which is, of course, after 100 lines, when players need to start considering the level 19 transitions, where the speed doubles me. Kingsman scares me as a tiny little newbie, very scary. Simply do what I did and refuse to be in the same division as him until you absolutely cannot avoid it anymore. And you'll be fine. I've been in the scene since 2019. I only faced him today. Just avoid him, it's fine. Both players have got fairly nice stacks for going into the transition. King gets another couple of Tetrises, has one more Tetris to take. Oh, but the hang of the square piece could have been intentional. I don't actually know, but it's going to transition with 501,000 points. Major deficit for Gert to make up here. Gert transitions 411. Didn't know you were an NES Tetrasino G2. Yeah, I've been around. People just don't know who I am because I disappeared for like 2 years and changed my name and changed everything about me. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, Kingsman in trouble. A couple of misdrops. Needs something for that right, and it's going to top out with 511,000 points. So, Gert, you have a chase down. 512,000 points. 512 is your chase down target. I don't think this is line outable, or it might just be. But probably needs to take maybe a Tetris or two. The misdrop of the square. It's going to complicate things. Could do something for that left side instead. Just throws a square piece over there. Gets it open. Gets that L piece across. Oh, but the misdrop of the square. It's getting very high up now. And Gert's just not going to be able to do it and is going to top out with 463,000 points. Giving game number 1 to Kingsman. Woo! What an opener. I'm curious, is this like your... Because you've seen me restream other matches, but I feel like this is the most intense that you've seen so far, Ventric. Anyway, both players are ready. Let's get it going in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Both players getting started. A couple of jagged pieces to contend with early on, but both players dealing with it in their own way. And nicely. Tetris for Gert. And Tetris for Kingsman. Just check something. Yeah, no, we're on the same seed. I don't know. Desync. So early. Besides you showing... Yeah, I showed you meme in the finals. Meme versus Dog, which was a crazy matchup. I fully expected Meme to take home gold there, but I don't know. I think she let the game get in her head, and the finals in her head a little bit. But it was still a very good showing from both players, and that is high-level Tetris. This is sort of mid-low level DAS Tetris happening right here. But Kingsman obviously elevates that slightly because he is definitely overpowered for this division. Although, Gert keeping pace. 1-4-8 for Kingsman, 1-4-2 for Gert. Gets a Tetris to extend the lead. And now Kingsman going to take it right back. And take another Tetris to take a 2 Tetris lead. Oh, a couple of unfortunate pieces there for Kingsman. Gonna need to spend a little bit of time burning this out. It's a little bit high, a little bit uncomfortable for any DAS player, regardless of your sort of skill level. But it's dealing with it nicely. It's getting it down. Mr. of the Esto is going to be a little bit problematic. That long bar's going to help. All this time, Gert has been able to start to take a little bit of a lead. It's 1 Tetris ahead, and Kingsman is going to top out with 206,000 points, giving game number 2 to Gert, evening up the set 1-1. Delayed auto shift. Basically, you hold the button instead of doing the taps, You have worse maneuverability, and it's overall harder than the other playstyles. Which is why you don't see it in high level anymore. Apart from maybe like a couple of players. Either way, both players are ready. And on the correct mode, seed, sorry. So let's get it started in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Worst maneuverability. I'm sorry, but I'm correct. Listen, I love DAS. I have been playing DAS this entire time. I tried to learn tapping, and I very quickly gave myself, I think onset, I caught the signs of an RSI pretty quickly, and I decided, nah. At some point, I want to try rolling, but anyway, I'm going to stop talking about myself because Gert's in a little bit of an early situation. It's a little bit of a dig. DAS forever, W Jonas Cup, agreed. That square piece is not going to be very helpful for King. Really needs a long bar. Fortunately, he takes it one piece too far left. These pieces are just not panning out for Kingsman the way he wants them to. He needs to get something over left. Gets a long bar, gets it left with a quick tap. But King is not out of the woods yet. But is burning this down, is getting pieces across. Alright, the well is open. Fantastic downstack from Kingsman there. It's a good open. All that time, Gert was also digging, and so wasn't able to take any lead or even chip away at the deficit. So Kingsman is at 112,000 points to Gert's 37,000 points. So a little bit of a suffer game for Gert. He is also doing very nice downstacking. Try and get this well open. As King gets himself back into a little bit of a situation. Needs a long bar. Only be good for a triple. Just isn't coming. Has to plug it with an L piece. Gets that long bar all the way over right. Rolling is fascinating. Agreed. Although it's... As we saw in the finals, it's easy to get injuries and kind of permanently fuck up your hand or wrist. Rolling is cheating. Oh, couple of misdrops from Kingsman. It's now really in a bad situation. Misses the misdrops the J piece, and it's going to top out with 128,000 points. So Gert, you need to get to 129,000 points. Absolutely is line outable. Das be slippery? It does. Gert is clean. And right as I say that, of course, gets unclean. Guys, forgot these games happen. The match is actually starting now. It's getting a couple of unfortunate pieces. The stack is building up a little bit. But it's spending some time burning this down. The fact that it is a pretty low chase down is probably helping keep Gert calm. Because he knows he could just line this one out. Gets to well open again. Looks like he's setting up for a Tetris, but again, the pieces for this game have not been conducive to setting up for Tetrises, it seems. He's at 100,000 points, needs 28,000 more. Tetris and a couple of singles will do it. Is set up for the Tetris, waiting on the long bar. There it is. It's a little bit, about 4,000 points. And there it is. Gert is good for game number 3. Making the scores 1-2. Gert has King on the ropes. The sweep was denied. Now it's looking like King could be losing a set. Both players on the correct seat. Both players ready. Let's get game number 4 counted down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Actually, no, it's game number 3. I'm an idiot. No, it is 4. I don't know. I'm bad at this. You know, I've got the king of restreaming over here. And that's a lot of pressure to deal with, you know. Quite possibly one of the best restreamers or commentators. It's hard to live up to that. Anyway, both players are getting started. King in a little bit of early trouble. He's getting it cleaned out, getting good pieces for it. That long bar will only score a triple, but it is back clean, back to the bottom. Gert's been keeping clean, has taken the lead. It's only a small lead. 46,000 points to King, make that 68,000 points to Gert's 59,000 points. So the lead for Gert is now gone. And looks like we might have lost King. No, we're back, we're back. I'm really sorry. There's in my village there is some outdoor concert thing happening. If that is making its way through the microphone, I am very sorry. But there is not much I can do about it. Both of these players are doing well. Looks like this seat has been a little bit troublesome for both players. But King has taken the lead, and a pretty comfortable lead at that. 148,000 for King. The misshift of the S piece. You don't hear anything? Okay. That's good. It's very loud coming in through my window, but I suspect all of the like processing junk on this microphone is dealing with it quite nicely. Alright, King got himself back into a little bit of a dig. But he's getting it open once again. Still has the lead over Gert, but that lead is shrinking. Currently we've got King at 186,000 points to Gert's 156. And with that Tetris, Gert is now neck and neck with King. And there's a Tetris for Kingsman. 237,000 points to 227, with Kingsman with the slight advantage. But it really is as necky as these games get. A little bit of the situation for Gert. Could choose to play Dusty for a while, but is seemingly opting to just burn it all down. Kingsman has taken the score advantage while Gert has been digging for a little bit. King is set up for a Centaur Tetris, gets it. 314 for Kingsman, 261 for Gert. So Kingsman starting to take the lead as we cross the Joey Parker turn. 19 transition imminent. Play Dusty. Kind of a new term. It's basically dirty is anything that's like above 2 from the bottom. Dusty is like 1 at the bottom, you know? Like it's still dirty, but it's not, you know, filthy. Speaking of dirty, it looks like Gert could be setting up for a dirty Cinewell there. Is set up. Just needs the long bar. It's going to opt to burn it down. Just take the triple. Yeah, all good. There's terminology here. King transitions 355. The board is not in a great transition state, so it's going to need to spend a little bit of time burning this down. But does have the lead over Gert. So can afford to spend a little bit of time making sure that everything is clean and nice. And you saw that shift forward gaming pose. Classic. Gert transitions 295. Also, a little bit of a situation. Needs to burn the stack down. It's getting good pieces for it. King is clean. Trying to get Tetris ready, but the pieces are saying, no, not today. And the stack is starting to build up a little bit. Gert is clean. $387 for Kingsman, $336 for Gert. Gert gets a couple of Tetrises, Kingsman gets a couple of Tetrises, Kingsman holding on to this lead. King is at 446,000 points, Gert is at 371,000 points. There's another Tetris for King. Really asking Gert to push himself as hard as he can here. Of unfortunate pieces here for King is going to force him to set up for a dirty Tetris, it seems. But the long bar just isn't coming. There it is. That was a dirty triple. Maximum exertion. That's a word, right? I don't know. I'm dyslexic. Ignore me. There's a Tetris for Gert, who was falling behind in points. Currently, we've got King at 536,000 points and Gert with 431,000 points. Though Gert does have the pace advantage here. Probably not enough to put him in the lead, but definitely enough to know what's coming. Potato is making a pun with Gert. Aha, I see. Kingsman is at level 27. Time is running out for King. 594. to Gert's 477. Level 28 for Kingsman. Level 27 for Gert. 640 for Kingsman. Transitions 678, and that is his top outscore. Gert, I don't know if this is possible, but you need to make it to 679. I think that this is unbeatable. And Gert knows that and is going to top out with 495,000 points, giving game number 4 to Kingsman and forcing a, say it with me, decider. Yeah, Div 6, Division 6, the bottom division. Crazy. It is getting spicy. Whew. Whew. Okay, both players are ready for game number 5. Let's get them counted down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Whew. So this is a decider. Whoever wins this match wins the set. King's wanting to win this, add another set win under his belt. Gert really wanting not to get victimized by Kingsman, but I'm not sure if you can even call this victimizing, since both of these players have been playing really good Tetris. It has definitely been a fair fight. Kingsman right now taking an early lead, 50,000 points to Gert's 28,000 points. Really unfortunate couple of square pieces there for Gert, having to close the well, get digging. Kind of needs the long bar, gets it. Why are these two in bottom div? I have no idea. Gets the Tetris, and gets another one, taking the lead away from Kingsman. Like, you could tell me that this was a Div 4 match, and I would believe you. Actually, who's in Div 4? Maybe I wouldn't believe you, I don't know. Alright, I looked away for a second, and Gert is in a little bit of a dig. Needs a long bar. Covers the well. Oh, the misflip of the J-piece. That is unfortunate for Gert. A couple of really unfortunate pieces is really quite high up. The streamer's dying. And so is Gert, who's going to top out at 113,000 points, giving game number 5 and the set to Kingsman. Let's give him that final point. Well, congratulations, Kingsman. Commiserations, Gert. I have been Alice Fern. If you have... Why is Geo in Div 3? Jesus Christ. If you have enjoyed the stream, consider donating at Ko-fi with the link that is down there. or subscribing, or bitting, or following, or whatever. It really helps out. And we are going to let Kingsman finish out this game, I think. But either way, I have been Alice Fun. I hope everyone has had a good time.